You're very welcome back to Unstable TV. So as it is coming up to Halloween, we have some special spooks for you guys.
Spooky stuff.
But before we get into that, if this is your first time on the channel, do not forget to
Like, subscribe, comment, share. If you like spooky dooky Spooktown Halloween stuff like this, make sure you hit that bell. And if you're back with us again, thanks.
So what are we checking out today on Unstable TV, Danielle?
So today, James, we're going to check out top 10 scariest places in the world. Oh, this video isn't for you. Turn it off.
You have been warned, you have been trigger warned, you have been spook warned, you've been Halloween warned. If you want to continue on, let's go.
Factsverse presents the top 10 scariest places in the world.
Ooh,
Number 10,
spook.
the abandoned coal washing plant.
Lovely.
Known as La Verrie de Charbon in French, the abandoned French coal washing plant is simply out of this world. Designed for the purpose of processing and washing coal that was produced in area mines and cycled through this industrial park, it had experienced a fire years ago, leaving behind a metallic skeletal remain that defies logic. Incredibly dirty, any person who enters has to throw their clothes away due to the smell. A death trap by any stretch of the imagination, the coal washing plant is an incredibly scary place to be lost in.
Oh, thank you.
Number 9. The abandoned Gulliver's Travel Park.
Ooh.
Childhood is often a time of discovery, excitement, and innocence. With places specially dedicated to kids, we associate some objects and things like adventure or theme parks with them. When these places begin to
Disneyland.
fall into disrepair, like
Oh,
with
that
the
looks
abandoned
wild.
Gulliver's Travel Park in Japan, truly unsettling places are created.
That'd be good to go to, though.
The abandoned Gulliver's Travel Park in Japan takes this a step further. Gulliver's Travels are all about an individual exploring the unknown and coming across large and small things alike. Because of this, the park is filled with imagery and objects that are wildly blown out of proportion. Number 8. The Murney Diamond Mine. Diamond mining is incredibly challenging. Despite theoretically high levels of diamonds in the crust, they are typically at depths that are far beyond our ability to reach with modern technology. When they are a little closer to the surface, we find ways to get to them. With this in mind, the Murney Diamond Mine represents our attempt to find and extract diamonds. When all was said and done, it was the second largest open-pit mine in the world. Murney Diamond Mine is an inactive mine in Siberia that is completely open. What makes it among the scariest places on the planet is that it is a circular hole that delves more than 1,700
scary
feet.
circles.
It has a diameter of about 3,900 feet as well, making it massive. When viewed from the air, it looks like a massive hellmouth just waiting to eat everything that comes. The hole
Hellmouth.
creates powerful downward currents that suck nearby helicopters in, killing their crew. When viewing from the side, the Murney Diamond Mine looks like a massive, endless hole into the center of the earth. When looking down, all you see is blackness for more than 1,000 feet.
That's terrifying.
So, with that diamond mine, is there a fence or something around it to try and stop people from falling? Or is it just a big open hole?
It looks like it's just left unfenced
Yeah.
and parted off.
Unattended. What is that?
I think that's why it's abandoned. Because no one's gone there to fix it up.
Well, I mean, put something around it, at least a few signs to say, you know, there's a big hole here, don't walk any further.
Put like a big tarp to cover it.
Yeah, actually you can do that as well.
Yeah.
And pulling in helicopters? Okay.
It's like a pilot's worst nightmare.
What the hell? So avoid that.
Scary circles, avoid them.
Number 7. The Red Sands Sea Forts. The Red Sands Sea Forts are located in the River Thames and exist to spy and report on enemy fleet movement during World War II. The first line of defense against an imminent attack, those on the Red Sands sea forts had the grave task of reporting an attack they would probably not survive. Abandoned and remaining in place to this day, the Red Sands sea forts are eerie testaments to our past.
100.
Red Sands sea forts rise from the water like rotting monsters.
Lovely.
Raised in the air by metal supports that look like spindly legs, the Red Sands sea forts are ominous sentinels. Habitats for squatters and recluses alike, the Red Sands sea forts are all but forgotten.
Well, that's my first time hearing about them.
Yeah, I've never heard
Number
that.
6. Shishang Underwater City.
Ooh.
That looks cool.
When conjuring a city coming from out of the depths, we often consider Atlantis or other fabled cities that have been
Yeah,
lost
Black
to
and
time
Lakes.
and find themselves beneath the waves. In China, there are cities and villages that have been lost, caused by natural disaster as well as economical expansion and renewal. These underwater habitats remain eerie vestiges
What
of those
the?
places we once called home. Structures more than 400 years in age are still relatively intact, and divers are constantly finding new things.
Oh, no, thank you.
Among it all, however, are the discarded relics of the past, haunting to any person who views them today. Whether you see it in pictures or explore it firsthand, there is a haunting quality about the place that makes it one of the scariest places on the
Did you go
planet.
down there?
No.
Number 5. The Sanzi UFO
Oh.
houses. Constructed in New Taipei City, Taiwan in 1978, the Sanzi UFO houses were a bold move towards an experimental pod-shaped
They look pretty
architecture.
cool though.
Yeah.
Quickly becoming a ghost town after being considered cursed, the Sanzi UFO houses remained for decades as derelict reminders of a failed architectural plan.
Pay all everything.
This increased its popularity as an unofficial tourist destination,
I'd go there.
which also
Yeah.
led to more accidents and deaths over time.
Never mind.
Eventually, the Sanzi UFO houses were bulldozed in 2008, leaving
Oh.
behind
Oh,
piles
never
of
mind.
rubble and broken architecture. Number 4. The Power Plant IM. Built as the largest coal-burning power plant in all of Belgium, the Power Plant IM
So
has
is
fallen into disrepair. Since its construction in 1921, the Power Plant IM has a haunting architecture that combines massive industrial machines with brick and mortar construction. The
Lovely.
end result is this abandoned landscape in vast expanses of interior and exterior space that
That'd be good to have an hours around.
imagination.
Yeah.
Domed ceilings over
Looks like something I'll follow.
and holes that disappear into the darkness. Number 3. The Willard Asylum.
Ooh.
The Willard Asylum for the Chronic Insane stands as a testament to the terrible practices that occurred in some mental institutions up until the past few decades.
Probably
Located
lobotomies.
in upstate
Yeah.
New York, the Willard Asylum has been abandoned for a long time, creating an additional look of neglect. Old pieces of furniture, medical equipment, and even suitcases abandoned when the place was closed are strewn about. The atmosphere
That's
that
creepy.
the Willard Asylum has is among the creepiest in the world. Number 2. The Orpheum Auditorium. Beloved
That'd be
by
really
a
cool to
few
go to.
and forgotten by most, the Orpheum Auditorium stands today as an abandoned auditorium and theater space in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Them
With
ghosts are putting on some
construction
shows.
finishing on the date that the Titanic sunk, it would remain in operational use until the late 1950s, when it was closed down for good. With no work done to it since then, the Orpheum Auditorium remains as a haunting space that is incredible to see.
I like you.
Number 1. Christ of the Abyss. Created as part of an art exhibit in 1965, 3 statues of Christ were sunk to the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea.
Why?
Copies were made, and one was sunk off the coasts of Florida. Massive in scale, they tower over any person scuba diving around them and
That'd be
remain
frightening to
utterly
see.
Yeah.
surreal when surrounded by the whiteness of the ocean floor. Subscribe
you.
for more.
No.
No, that's fine. They are creepy. First of all, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Make sure you check them out, give them a like, subscribe, and share, and all that good YouTube stuff. And a very big shout out to you guys for sending this through. So, out of all them, I will say my favourite would be the auditorium and the UFO houses. More so, I'd love to go to the UFO houses, but unfortunately, they got rubbled. If anyone has a spare UFO house, let us know in the comments so we can have a look.
Absolutely.
What did you think of that, Danielle?
Some of them didn't seem too spooky, more just, abandoned. But the power plant and the asylum, I would love to go see. During the day, obviously, with loads of people, so if anything happens, we're all safe and there's no ghosts. But I think going to see them too would be amazing, just to see all the stuff that's left behind and see what's still there and say hello to the spooky ghosts. Now, I'd be absolutely terrified going, and I'd probably only last about 5 minutes. But I'd still like to go see them.
I think the creepiest would be the Gulliver Travels town in Japan.
Yes.
That abandoned town where he's lying on the ground looking at you. I think that'd send you running more than anything. Like, I know we're being brave here going, oh yeah, we go to there. Like,
No.
we would not last 5 seconds in them places. Like, as soon as it went a little bit dark, never mind when it's bright, we'd just hightail it and run. Let us know on this list which your guys' favourite was. And have you got your own abandoned places?
Ooh. Or have you travelled to any abandoned places? Let us know.
And that's been our 2 cents, and we'll chop ourselves out of this.
Spook.